Are you ready for world-class project risk analysis without the headaches and reams of statistical data that can go along with it? Deltek Acumen Risk brings you all of the information you need to make informed, risk-based decisions on your project without the elements that dissuade people from truly incorporating risk into their project plan. Deltek Acumen Risk is world-class risk analysis, yet it allows your existing resources to risk adjust your schedule, even if no one on the team is a risk expert. Let's talk about how this is accomplished. First, risk is a component of the Deltek Acumen suite, meaning that once you've performed a quality analysis of your schedule with Fuse, you can seamlessly transition into risk just by clicking on a single tab at the top of the screen. Next, and here's where the real time savings comes in, you set duration uncertainty on each of your tasks. These values, illustrated to the team as colors from green to red, reflect the project team's confidence as to whether the task durations are conservative or if they've been planned aggressively. While these sliders are populating the proper values for each setting, the team need only focus on the evaluation of each task or group of tasks, not tediously typing in 3 sets of data for each activity. While keystroke level uncertainty values are still possible in the software, the majority of our users prefer to set their uncertainty template in advance, then adjust the easy-to-use sliders to calibrate duration uncertainty. For teams wishing to get a head start or an independent review of risk on their project, the Risk Advisor offers several modes of independent risk assessment based on schedule quality, historical performance, or any number of project fields or metrics. If you haven't yet gotten started with risk analysis on a particular project or as an organization, the Risk Advisor makes it simple to find out where your project is and where it's going. Notice when I'm adjusting higher level sliders, the lower levels fall in line, but I can also override the group setting by changing any of the individual sliders. Top down or from the bottom up, you can calibrate your duration uncertainty in the manner that best suits you and the team. So far, we've only talked about half the picture. While we're evaluating the uncertainty of duration estimates, we haven't yet talked about the risk register and those specific risks that can interfere with one or more areas of your project. Whether you import your risk register from a spreadsheet or create one right here in the software, you have the opportunity to rate your risks according to several factors, including the probability of occurrence and the likely schedule and cost impact. Are you mitigating your risk? You get to input that too. Now, all of these risks don't mean anything unless we train the system on the specific areas in which they can cause problems. Deltek Acumen Risk makes it extremely simple to select an area of the schedule and then select the risk or risks that may impact that area. Also, as before, this can be done at a high level or deep down in the schedule detail. Finally, once your uncertainty and risks are evaluated and mapped, you're ready to simulate the outcome of your project and learn if your current plan has a high probability of success or if the risks overcome the ability of the project to finish on time. You'll receive a probability histogram of the likely finish dates along with some data like the best case, worst case, and the range of probable finish dates. You know that risks are going to impact you, but when it comes to mitigation, you want to assure that your time, money, and resources are well spent. Deltek has redefined the risk tornado chart into something that everyone on the team can understand and use to take immediate action. The risk tornado ranks risk impact in days and by activity. This means that you'll know exactly which events are driving project risk and exactly how much of a contribution each has to project risk exposure. With this chart, you can assure that the risks you're mitigating are the ones that count, or just better understand where your project is most vulnerable. If you're just starting your mitigation planning, even better, start at the top of this list and work your way down. The recovery that you can make on these risks will pay off the most. Let's talk about cost risk. Really, we already did, because everything we've done so far works exactly the same way for cost. In fact, you can connect cost and schedule, so you can assure where schedule durations may increase, the corresponding costs will as well. Project delays can cost money, and the tool helps you to assure that the cost impacts are properly accounted for. Interested in learning more about the software? Here's some ways that you can contact us.